In 2011, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito wrote a majority opinion in the case NASA vs. Nelson. He made the claim that 88% of US companies perform background checks on their employees. But that claim was wrong. In fact, nobody knows where that number came from. This is an example of a pattern of errors and misinformation we uncovered after reviewing 83 Supreme Court cases from 2011 to 2015. Here's what happened in NASA vs. Nelson, and why that error matters. In 2004, NASA put in a rule requiring its outside employees to submit to background checks that asked open-ended questions about their private lives, including drug use. A group of scientists working at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab objected to this policy and believed that the background checks violated their privacy. So they filed a lawsuit against NASA in 2007. The case was eventually appealed up to the Supreme Court. They ruled on the case in 2011 and unanimously sided with NASA. That's where Alito's claim about 88% of US companies performing background checks comes in. The 88% figure came from a brief filed by the National Association of Professional Background Screeners. When we asked Melissa Sorensen, the group's executive director, where they got that number, she cited a survey performed by the Society for Human Resources Management. We checked the survey. The 88% figure was not in it. Next, Sorensen told us the figure had come from a preliminary version of the survey that wasn't made public. But according to a vice president of the Human Resource Management Society, no such number had appeared in any of their reports. Next, Sorensen said her association had calculated the number by combining the results of two different questions in the survey. But one of the questions she referred to didn't exist. Finally, the Background Screeners Association admitted they had no idea where this figure came from. Though the 88% figure was a key statistic in the court's decision, it's wholly unsupported by any evidence. Despite the error, the court's ruling stands. Any worker that contracts with the federal government is subject to sweeping background checks, including required disclosure about drug use.